Hey guys, Justin, 9 Pound Hammer, Oklahoma DX1. Hey, I want to talk about something. Watching several videos. So back in this, really, it started in the late '60s, but you seen more of them in the early '70s. I'm going to talk about PWM switching, mobile tube amplifiers. Well, my buddy, Babe Burr built a lot of them. Obviously, the varmints. Uh, there's some Black Cat. There's some Wawasi versions. There's several versions. But what they do is they use two switching transistors in the rear of the amplifier. So it's a tube amplifier that goes in your car, hooks up to DC, but they use switching transistors, pulse width modulation, switching to switch the high voltage up to feed 350, 400 volts to the tubes. And they'd run two, four, there's 5 tube versions, but they would go, you'd key them up and they go, wee. You know what I'm talking about, guys. You guys that know. Well, there was a guy, an article, um, an article about this topic, and it's easier for me just to make a quick video, but that's what it is. The switching transistors and the pulse width modulation switching. So what happens is the DC from the car goes in, feeds and then the transistors switch at such a high rate of speed. And what this allows that voltage to go drastically up. Um, Now it's still into DC, but what happens is now that we get up to like 400 or 600 volts. And what we can do is feed that to the tubes, and then now we can run a tube, um, light a tube up, and then we can send input signal into the tubes and bring the tubes up and amplify the signal. And everybody's asking, what's the noise? What's the noise? What's the noise? Well, the noise is the switching rate of the transistors. They're switching so fast to keep that voltage up and high so the tubes can operate. And I just wanted to talk about that to answer the questions. It's just the switching of the switching transistors. The term's called PWM, pulse width modulation. And in the old days, 60s and 70s, that's how we're able to use tubes and in a mobile application. Nowadays, we rectify to get to get our high voltage and bypass, do all different types of stuff in our big AC mobiles. Uh, there's all different ways to achieve it, but back in the day, uh, that's how that was done. Switching transistors. Uh, Take care, guys. We'll see ya.